The cameras flashed. The crowd froze. And just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession. Ariana Grande makes an unexpected decision about American Horror Story. Welcome to Starscope Report.
Yeah, we are so excited to get into this one.
Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame. And today, well, we're taking you on a cinematic deep dive into a massive casting shakeup, a record-breaking tour, and a federal lawsuit.
Welcome, everyone. We are so glad you are joining us for this because, today's deep dive pulls from a ton of great sources.
Right.
We're talking Variety, Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, and even some FPC legal filings.
Which get pretty intense.
Oh, totally. Our mission today is to unpack not just what happened with Ariana Grande and American Horror Story, but, why? Why does this single scheduling conflict reveal this massive shift in her career and, honestly, the live music industry itself?
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's just start with the bold headline here, right? Ariana Grande drops out of AHS Season 13 after this massive Halloween announcement.
Yeah, which was just a huge shock to the system. To set the scene, you have to picture what Ryan Murphy is doing in New York City right now. He has assembled probably the ultimate all-star cast.
Oh, the legacy witches.
Right. You got Jessica Lange making her big return. Sarah Paulson is back as Cordelia.
Evan Peters as James March.
Yes, and Angela Bassett as Marie Laveau.
Yeah.
Plus Emma Roberts, Kathy Bates. I mean, it is a powerhouse ensemble.
It's massive.
And they are currently filming in Manhattan. They've got this mysterious apartment building set, and they actually rebuilt the Miss Robichaux school set from the ground up.
Which is wild. So last Halloween, Ryan Murphy announces that Ariana is joining this cast.
Right.
Which, fans were incredibly hyped for. It was supposed to be this huge reunion after she worked with him on Scream Queens back in 2015.
Yeah, a highly anticipated return to that kind of dark, campy television. Yeah. But then, according to Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter, she is officially out.
Just completely out.
Yeah, she didn't film a single scene. And the public reaction to this was, well, it was total whiplash.
Oh, absolutely. The fandom was instantly split right down the middle.
Right, because on one side, you have fans who are just devastated. I mean, they were pointing out that her recent music video for Hate That I Made You Love Me was heavily AHS coded.
Totally. It had that whole aesthetic.
Yeah. So they thought it was this perfect setup. But then on the other hand, you had fans leaving comments like, "Thank you, God."
Yeah, which is kind of brutal, honestly.
It is. But they were practically begging for the show to just focus solely on the returning legacy witches, without any pop star cameos pulling focus.
Which happens a lot with stunt casting. But I have to say, looking at her exit, it's fascinating.
See, I want to push back on this a little bit, though, because she told Variety last November that her role was just a very tiny thing.
Right.
So if it's just a tiny thing, couldn't Ryan Murphy just, I don't know, shoot her scenes in a weekend?
You would think so, right?
Yeah. It feels like pulling a thread that unravels the whole sweater. Why completely drop out over a weekend of work?
Well, it really wasn't about a lack of desire to do the role. It was the ruthless reality of Hollywood logistics just violently colliding with pop superstardom.
Okay, what do you mean?
So the shooting schedule in Manhattan directly conflicted with her massive summer plans. When you are launching a global stadium tour, every single physical movement is insured.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about the insurance side of things.
Yeah, it's huge. You can't just sneak away to a dark, wet soundstage in New York. If she twists her ankle on a production cable on a TV set, her entire tour gets shut down.
So the liability pools just can't mix.
Exactly. It was physically and legally impossible for her to do both.
That is wild. But wait till you hear what came next. Because the reason she left AHS triggered a meltdown involving 6 million people, a crashed website, and a federal lawsuit. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it gets so much crazier.
If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah.
We've got even crazier stories ahead.
So let's talk about the exact reason she had to drop out. We are shifting from TV to touring here.
Right, because the unmovable object in her schedule was the Eternal Sunshine Tour.
Exactly. Her first tour in 7 years.
And this isn't just, a standard concert. The sheer scale of this is practically cinematic. It is a massive theatrical production.
Oh, completely. It's directed by Christian Breslauer.
Yeah, and it's got all these intense Wizard of Oz motifs. Plus, the fashion is insane. She's wearing custom Givenchy and Christian Louboutin, all styled by Law Roach.
The visual language is just stunning.
And there's this whole narrative about erasing traumatic memories at a place called the Brighter Days Clinic.
Which is such a cool concept. But, executing that concept requires a grueling 41-show schedule.
41 shows.
Yeah, and it is so physically demanding that she actually already had to reschedule 3 July dates in Brooklyn and Boston.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, due to safety and production issues. When you are pushing your body to that limit, you need your off days for physical recovery. You can't be flying to Manhattan to shoot a horror show.
That makes perfect sense. So the production is beautiful, but the reality of actually trying to go to this concert was a completely different story.
Oh, it was a nightmare for fans.
Total nightmare. The demand was astronomical. I'm talking 6 million users vying for tickets.
6 million. Just think about that number.
It's staggering. And, of course, the servers for Ticketmaster and SeatGeek just completely crashed.
Totally buckled under the weight.
And scalpers were demanding up to $7,000 for the Los Angeles shows. I mean, forget ghosts and witches. It sounds like Ticketmaster is the real American horror story here.
You're not wrong. And, Ariana was incredibly bothered by this.
Yeah, she was pretty vocal about it.
Very vocal. She publicly urged the ticket sellers to stick to face value, and she actually actively opted out of dynamic pricing.
Right, which is that algorithm that surges prices based on demand.
Exactly, like surge pricing for a rideshare. She explicitly turned that off to try and protect the fans.
Yeah.
But the chaos was still so severe that the FTC actually got involved.
Wait, the federal government stepped in?
Yes. The FTC sued Ticketmaster and Live Nation over this.
Wow. Over what exactly?
Well, bait-and-switch pricing, junk fees, and, crucially, for willfully allowing broker bots to harvest tickets.
Okay, I was reading about these bots in the sources, and it's infuriating. Because you're sitting there as a fan, watching the little loading bar, and suddenly it's sold out.
Right.
And these scalpers are basically using software to bypass the line entirely.
Yeah, it's like cloning 1,000 digital shoppers to rush the register all at once. The real fans never even had a chance.
This is just so wrong. But her team actually fought back, didn't they?
They did. Her management acted like cybersecurity analysts. They tracked down these scalp tickets, forced Ticketmaster to cancel them, and actually reissued them to real fans.
That is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But it also just shows how broken the system is, right?
Yeah.
Like, an artist shouldn't have to act as a forensic data analyst just to put on a show.
Exactly. It's an exhausting process.
And that's not even the wildest part. Later in the deep dive, we'll talk about the shocking twist nobody saw coming about her future in the music industry itself.
Yeah, this next part is a major turning point.
So we've talked about the massive scale of the tour, the ticketing chaos. But how does this connect to her broader career trajectory? Because right now, she is at the absolute peak of her music career.
She really is. I mean, her album Eternal Sunshine was a massive success. And she has her 8th studio album, Petal, dropping on July 31st, 2026.
Right, which is just around the corner. She's dominating the charts. But then she goes on Amy Poehler's Good Hang podcast and drops this cinematic bombshell.
Total bombshell.
She confirmed that this massive record-breaking tour is her last hurrah for now. She is leaving the music industry indefinitely.
Indefinitely. I mean, that is a huge word.
Huge. Why would she step away when she's literally on top of the world?
Well, it's all about her strategy moving forward. Following her universally acclaimed performance as Glinda in the Wicked movies, she is transitioning to focus almost entirely on acting and theater.
Okay, wait. So let me get this straight. She is quitting the music industry to become a full-time actress.
Yeah.
But she just quit one of television's biggest acting jobs to go on a music tour.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's a total paradox.
It is a paradox for sure, but it actually makes perfect sense when you synthesize it all.
How so?
Because the tour is the closure she owes her music fans before she fully pivots.
Oh, I see.
Right, you can't just drop albums like Eternal Sunshine and Petal and then vanish to a movie set. She had to finish the music chapter properly.
That does make sense. It's like a farewell letter to that era.
Exactly, and look at her upcoming slate to see how serious she is about this acting pivot.
Oh, her lineup is incredible.
It really is. She's starring in the movie Focker-In-Law this November.
Which is such a fun comedic role.
Right. Then she's leading an animated musical, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And honestly, the biggest move of all, she is heading to the West End in London.
Yes. To star in Sunday in the Park with George.
Alongside Jonathan Bailey.
Which is just, I mean, that's highbrow, serious theater Stephen Sondheim is no joke.
No, it requires immense discipline and vocal control. It proves she's not just playing around with acting, she's committing to it as a craft.
Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next in Hollywood's biggest transitions.
Yeah, definitely hit subscribe, because this transition really highlights something so important about the industry right now.
What's that?
Well, it leaves you with this final, lingering question to ponder. If an artist as powerful as Ariana Grande has to actively choose between a hit TV show and a global tour,
Yeah.
what does this mean for the era of the triple threat superstar?
Oh, that's a great point. Like the Judy Garlands or the Gene Kellys who used to do it all.
Exactly. As productions get bigger and the demands of global touring literally break ticketing monopolies.
And require federal lawsuits.
Right. Can any single entertainer actually do it all anymore without sacrificing their health or their art? It feels like the industry is just too massive now to split your focus.
That is such a fascinating thought to leave on. The machinery is just too big now.
It really is.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.